Thank you, baby. My wonderful husband is always there to support. So we are going to do a cooking and a girl song. We have things to chat. So if you are not already liking, commenting, and subscribing, please subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to my wonderful channel. And I want to thank everybody for all your support. So we're making spicy rigatoni today. Yeah. So I've already prepped all my lovely ingredients down here. I decided to prep them because I knew we was going to be talking and I wasn't going to be able to prep them. So before we get started, we're going to have a glass of wine. We got to get us a glass of wine. We're going to pour us a glass of wine. I asked my lovely assistant.
I'll take some too.
You take some wine? Okay, baby.
No, I'm fine. So you don't have to get off camera.
No, baby, I can get off camera. It's okay. It's always okay. So, I'm going to pour my husband a glass of wine because he has to join us. But while I'm pouring that, we have the water boiling back behind us. Here, baby. And you're welcome, sweetheart. And ooh, we love a red wine. We have the water boiling behind us, the spicy rigatoni. So this recipe I got from offline from a wonderful subscriber. Well, not subscriber, but somebody I follow online. I decided to steal the recipe, and I'm gonna make some adjustments. But before we get started, we have a couple questions. So I asked everyone, if you're not following me on nurse_Monroe, make sure that you are following. That's Hustle that's tiptoeing like a baddie behind us. You already know what he does. He's always gonna walk in a circle and just do his thing. So we had a couple of questions. One of the questions, baby, was how did you meet your husband? That was a good question. So I met my husband at J. Alexander's in Detroit, Michigan. I was shopping and buying a bag that I had my eye on for a very long time, and he was at J. Alexander's with his close friend celebrating his birthday. So I actually met him on his 30th birthday, and we sat at the bar and we talked. And as we talked, I told him, because we were just talking as friends, I told him, listen, your 30s are going to be the like the 30s are going to be the best time of your life, not knowing that it was going to be the best time of his life because he was going to marry me. Yes, he married me. Yes, 6 months later we got married, we were together, and now we are together, and I am now Mrs. Hall, and I have been Mrs. Hall. It's an honor to be Miss Hall. My husband is the bee's knees, and so on and so forth. I love him to the moon and back. So that's how we met. Nothing too crazy with that. One more before we get to doing stuff, and this is a good one. How do you manage and stay consistent with your relationship with God? While we're talking about that, we're going to take a little bit of olive oil, and I'm going to put it in the pot, and we're going to warm it. How do you stay consistent with? My faith is very strong. Like I cannot see my life without God in it. So it's not about consistency. It's about growth. I think everyone gets very intimidated when it's time to, you know, establish a relationship with God. And it used to be me too, because I felt like there were certain things I had to be doing as a Christian woman. And if I weren't doing those things, I couldn't really establish a relationship with God. But it's all about growing in God. And God is going to take you different places and do different things. You can't be afraid of that. And you can't be afraid of what you're involved in, that you can't have a relationship with him, that you can't pray. So consistency was never a big thing for me. It was just being involved and staying involved and making God number one in my life. So I just don't want you to think that you can't have a relationship with him because you have other things going on. He'll turn those things around and work those things out in, you know, your favor, and he will bring you closer to him. So don't be afraid of when things don't seem like they're going in order, because that's more than likely God pushing you in a direction to get closer to him. How to start the relationship? Just start it. Start praying. Just be still, spend time with him, spend time in the word, but don't get too caught up in consistency. Get caught up in growing a relationship with him and just being there with him and just acknowledging him in your life and making him number one. So I think consistency really isn't, like, that's not a thing. Is that a thing with you, babe?
Consistency. Yeah, I mean, yes, consistency is a thing.
It is. I mean, consistency, like, I think more so when people mean it, like they feel like they can't be God-fearing if they're not in their Bible 24/7, like not listening to secular music. Like no. It's about growth. It's about just letting Him in.
I think it's just more like your relationship, your personal relationship.
Yes, and everybody's personal relationship is different.
Yeah, like mine's not church. Like you know what I'm saying? Like unfortunately, like I'm not saying I'm against church, but like. I feel like I'm not gonna start being in church though. I'm not gonna go to hell if I'm not in church. You feel me? Like that's how I feel. Like I'm still as much as a Christian as a person who goes to church every single day for Bible study and Sundays for services. So it's like, I mean,
I agree.
Consistency doesn't make a difference, but yeah, it does at the same time.
I think consistency can be the word when it comes to God can be intimidating because. I feel like a lot of people feel like you need to be like heads down, going to church all the time, and it's levels. Like even with my mother is much more spiritually involved than we are, but it's levels. It took her years to get to the point that she was at. So everybody's, growth and relationship is going to be different. So the key is to just establish a relationship. I think that's more so what it is. It's to establish one. You need to establish a relationship. So the recipe, before we get into some more questions, we're going to be going back and forth to the recipe. Let's see. So we're going to saute, once this oil gets hot, we're going to warm it up. We're going to saute, and while it's getting hot, I'm going to put everything on medium because I don't want to burn anything. But we're going to saute garlic, onions, parsley, some rosemary and some sage. I put a little rosemary in here. I couldn't get fresh rosemary. They were sold out of it at Whole Foods. I guess everybody wanted to. Spicy Rigatoni must be like a recipe because even down to the noodles, this was like the last noodle that I got at Whole Foods. Like everybody must be like making it, I guess. So I also like grated up some Parmesan cheese. I just want to make sure this oil is hot. But we're gonna take it and we're going to saute it. So I'm gonna put the green peppers in first because I wanna see. Okay, yeah, I need the oil to get a little bit more hotter. I don't want them to, but let's see what another question was. I took them all out of my phone. Ooh, I got a green pepper right there. I got a red pepper. How to date properly. How to date properly. I don't know, like, date them niggas.
Yeah, I feel like it's instinct, right?
I guess in this day and age, I think it is a way to like date properly. I guess not without giving your cookies away and just dating to like a person. You know what, you gotta relax. I think more so dating means, I don't know what dating properly is, babe. We gonna move past that because I'm confused. But I guess making sure that you are dating whoever you want to date, you're not afraid to date, and that when it's not working for you, you exit stage left. No, take those signs from the first date and just keep on going, because I really feel like you don't want to stretch it out. You don't want to extendo clip it if it's not worth it. So I don't know about the dating properly. Let me see. How do you date properly? That was a good one. How do you?
You didn't even answer it.
But I'm just like, I don't know what to say. That was a good question. I see where sis was going with it.
How do you date properly?
Like, how would you date properly? You want to date somebody that you like, right?
I mean, I would assume so. You don't want to date somebody you don't like.
That's something different there. So we're adding all of these great things to it. I love these little bowls.
Wait a minute, what we added though?
We added red peppers, garlic, and then we're gonna, ooh, that was wild. We're gonna add onions. We're gonna add onions.
Smells good.
What motivated you on the daily? What motivates you on a daily, and what's your style? That's a good one. What motivates me on the daily is just, let me make sure I'm putting all our little stuff up in there. So, in the onion. So we're not gonna put all of the parsley because I want to use a little bit. Ooh, that smells good. Jesus, baby, smell it? Jesus, man. I left some of the parsley because I'm gonna put this on top. I'm gonna put it on top of the pasta. What motivates me daily? Just getting up and just doing me. I think God really motivates me a lot too, because I get to see him work in my life. You know, completion of tasks motivates me. What else? I just love life. I think just waking up and knowing that there's going to be this spoon is not participating.
Money motivates you.
Money does definitely motivate me. Getting up and getting to the bag is definitely motivation. Yeah. I'm gonna get up and get to the bag. Being a good wife, growing and being a wife, supporting my husband, making sure that I'm there mentally for myself so that I can be there mentally for him. Because I feel like when you get married, people don't understand that you have to keep yourself together so you can both keep the relationship going. Like, it's a two-person thing and then it's a one-person thing, you know? So I really think those are very important things. You know, just making sure that I'm having indulgent enough self-care, I'm completing tasks, and that I'm growing. Growth really motivates me a lot, because I want to be better and stronger. I want to do more. I want to have more discipline. So it's a lot of things, like, you know, like, I think it's a day-to-day type of situation on what truly motivates me. But definitely the coin is always going to motivate me. It's going to motivate me to get up. It's going to motivate me to do my thing. It smells so good up in here. What would I say my style is? My style is my style. As you see, I have on Detour sweatpants by my wonderful sister-in-law. Love you, chefs. 11 Detour. I will tag it so you can go get you some. But my style is so different. It's so different. I get inspiration from so many different people, but my style is very much luxury. It's very much high-end. It's very much clean. It's very much chic. It's very much comfortability. I think as I get older, I am aiming towards more being fly and comfortable. I'm trying to figure out ways where my style can still be eye-catching and I can still be doing my thing and integrate a little bit of trendiness into it. But I'm more of a classic girl, and you know that. But just being comfortable, you know, just feeling like, you know, that girl, like in my outfit. That's very important for me. And a big thing with that is being polished. If my hair is done, my nails are done, my skin is doing good, like I'm feeling like my weight is in a good space, that's when I'm really like shining and just beaming. I'm just like, oh my God, those are the best. But I'm a classic girl. I like classic pieces. I love dresses. I love heels. So I would just say, like, I'm just like a classic chic, very soft, very feminine, very overseas, very yacht, very Paris, very gold hardware type of girl. I love those things. I would do. So we're sauteing. It smells so good in here. I wish y'all could smell it. It smells amazing. So we're gonna saute that down. We're gonna let that saute for a little bit more longer. While that, excuse me, is sauteing, we're gonna add our pasta. So we're gonna open up our pasta. Man, I love some pasta. I can eat pasta morning, noon, and night. Like, as I get older, I'm realizing that I am like more obsessed with pasta. So we're gonna let that cook. I'm more obsessed with pasta. Let's see what other questions that we have here. Because you guys like really did. What made me want to transition from nursing to law? That's a good question. So when I was younger, I kind of had like multiple things that I wanted to be. But law and being a lawyer was always one of the ones that I really was obsessed with. I'm currently always obsessed with anything criminal law, forensic. It's all my thing. But now that I've been a nurse for going on 13 years, and I've seen the ins and outs of medicine and how it's impacting the African American culture in a positive and a negative way, and also advocating for nurses, how we're working understaffed, how we're working on really poor conditions, how we're not being treated correctly or paid correctly, and then also from the malpractice aspect of it too, and how I watched so many African Americans' lives be changed because of neglect and so on and so forth. God spoke to me and told me that that was the direction I needed to go in, is that in order for me to have the impact that he wanted me to have, I was going to need to know the laws. And the only way that I'm going to know the laws is if, well, I go to law school and I become a lawyer. So I plan on practicing in the malpractice. I also plan on doing a lot of advocacy work for nurses, just for us to have better working and living conditions. And it's just in me. It's not, you know, it's not on me. And I just feel like this is really going to help me get into what I need to get into and work on what I need to work on. So, you know, I'm making that sacrifice of going back to school and stepping in a completely different field, because I know God has work for me to do in that field. And that's the importance of being disciplined and just listening to God. So that's the reason why. That's why I wanted to go back to law school. Plus, I just want to be a baddie and wear outfits, and I really feel like I need to be a new age lawyer and just give it to them. And I've always been a good arguer. I've always proven points. I've always been I've always spoke for what I believed in. And those are very important traits when you're going to be a lawyer. So that's why I'm going back, girl. There your question. So we sauteed that, add vegetable stock and let it cook down and simmer. So I got some, because I think we're definitely sauteed over here and it just looks good. So I'm eyeballing everything, guys. I'm an eyeball cooker. Ooh, this smells so good. It looks so good, baby. Yes, 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 yes. So I'm gonna take, a little bit of vegetable stock, and I'm gonna just fill it kind of halfway. Because remember, this is the base of your sauce, so you don't, ooh, okay. So you don't want it to be too much. Oh, we're making a little mess. So, ooh, this is about to be so good. I put the right amount of olive oil in there too. Remember not to go too crazy with your olive oil, because the olive oil is the base of your sauce and it can make it too oily consistency. So even if you are like an olive oil girl like I am, and I just want to, we're gonna have this drink off that. You don't want to get too crazy with that. You don't want to get too crazy. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna let that cook down and simmer, and then we're gonna add tomato paste and tomato sauce that we already have open. While we're doing that, we're gonna take another question, because we have tons of them here for us to ask. Let's see. Did I like living in Miami or Detroit better? Which one did I? So I lived in Miami for 5 years. We currently live in Georgia now. Do we plan on getting property in Miami? We do. My husband liked Miami, but once we like went to it a couple times together, now it's like a love situation, which I needed for him to love it. Miami, living in Miami is different. Like it's a whole nother vibe. I would say now, like, we would want to have like a vacation home or a second home in Miami. I think Georgia will always be our permanent residency, and the reason why is just because of the pace of Georgia, and it's more family friendly. Miami is family friendly, but Miami is very, very expensive currently right now. So, you know, not to say we're not gonna have a coin, because we're definitely gonna have the coin, and we definitely do, but I just want a more family friendly, because we are getting, you know, we are currently working on children, so we'll have children soon, and I just want it to be family friendly for them. But traveling to Miami, it's just a vibe. I just love it. Detroit, Detroit will always be home. It's growing, but like I said, it's not really growing fast enough for us, and that's kind of it. I mean, you got anything to add in there, babe, about living at home?
No, other than family, no.
Apparently not. Yeah,
I mean, from going to Miami with you, I would think Miami is better than living in Detroit. But living here is better than Detroit.
I think like anywhere.
Anywhere is better than Detroit?
I mean, I don't want to say it.
Wisconsin. It's better.
No, Wisconsin is not. Not like anywhere slow like that, but I just think as far as, I don't know, like just the weather is something else. It's the weather in Georgia is absolutely beautiful. Georgia is beautiful. The weather in Miami is very hot. So that is something you have to think about. It's hot all the time. The summers there are absolutely agonizing. You cannot go anywhere till after 5 o'clock. Here it's a little bit more control. Okay, we're back. Woo! So while we took our little break, we got this sauteing down. Y'all, this is like, it's so good.
It's so good. Is it?
Cause it's like I could just smell it, and it's just making me so excited. So after you saute that down, y'all, this recipe is a true pasta recipe because they got all type of stuff you gotta do.
What if I don't like it?
I think you're gonna like it, Daddy. I don't see it you're not liking it. Add tomato paste and crushed tomatoes to make the sauce. So I got a big old thing of crushed tomato, so I'm not gonna use all of this. I'm just gonna use a little bit of it. Okay, I use like half. And then the tomato paste, I'm gonna use the same. And you know the paste is like in this, so you gotta kind of work it out. You had your little bag. So we have to make little bags just in case Hustle decides that he wants to have, you know, a bowl in the hallway, because that's what he's doing lately. So we got that there. So we're gonna mix that up while this pasta is cooking. Okay, babe. I'm good, babe. You can shower and do. This is real time here. This is real life cooking.
Real life.
This is real life. Ooh.
Real streets.
So we have the sauce here. Ooh. It's saucing. So I'm mixing up the paste and the sauce. And it looks absolutely amazing. It's giving me thick, but it looks absolutely amazing. So another question that I did remember, I don't even have to look, is what are some things that I want to come from out of my brand and out of YouTube? I think what I really want to come from YouTube is I just want my platform to be to where you can see a black woman flourishing and living and growing and loved correctly, and a godly woman, and a woman living in luxury and love. And I just want to share my entire life and my movement. God has told me that my life is the way it is, and I'm blessed the way I am to share it, so I want to share. I know nothing but great things are going to come from it, and I'm just overly the moon and excited about that. So I'm just going to keep on sharing. So we have it on, I'm going to just turn it down to medium because I don't want it to be too hot. And the pasta is over here. It's probably, actually, I'm going to like hit that with a little do because I don't want it to be doing too much sticking. Actually, did I put a little olive oil in there? Put a little olive oil in there so it doesn't do too much sticking. And then we're gonna, it smells so good up in here, y'all. It's going down. So we're gonna mix that up while our sauce is over there saucing. I'm gonna do one more mix for our sauce. But that's what I want for my brand. I just want to be able to show you guys different perspectives, different point of views. I'm just in a place where I'm just so okay. I remember I was so self-conscious before I got my braces, before my skin cleared up, before I got, you know, any type of surgeries or anything. I was very self-conscious, and it kept me away from YouTube for so many years. It kept me from doing things, and now I'm just like, I should have been did this. I should have never let those things take me away from it, because there's still areas and there's still things that I'm self-conscious about. But I know that there's things that you're self-conscious about, and when you see me living in my light and living in it and not being afraid, it's gonna make you want to live in it more. And that's what my brand is all about. I want you to see me doing me, and I want you to be okay with doing you. I don't want it to be like this scare thing, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna do it after this, or I'm gonna get lipo and do it, or I'm gonna do this. No, do it right now. Do it while it feels good. You know, do it while God is moving in you. Do it while you feel motivated. Do it while you have that Don't ever be afraid to do it, because there's an area and there are people who are going to support you. And I love my people. I love my family. I love my gang. You know, you guys have been there for me on so many of my lowest times. You motivated me. You pushed me. And I want everybody to have that. You know, so if it's something you want to do, if you want to do YouTube, if you want to do podcasts, whatever it is, don't be afraid to do it, because God is going to make your people be attracted to you, and your people are going to be there to support you. So that's my thing on that. So it smells so good in here. We had Wait and Exhale on that I was watching too. Classic. So let's see. So the sauce is going to add half and half, or you can do heavy cream. I'm going to do heavy cream, and then we're going to season. And so the heavy cream was in the refrigerator because we don't want to be leaving the heavy cream out. Also, before I put that in, I'm going to grab the strainer, which is up here, because I know we're going to be straining our pasta in a minute. And you're going to add some of that pasta. I'm back, guys. You're going to add some of the pasta water to the sauce to make the sauce thick. So we're going to do half and half. We're going to add that. And then we're going to get to seasoning. Ooh, it smells so good. I can't wait to eat it. I'm starving. So okay. We're going to add that. And this actually just now it's giving the spicy rigatoni sauce. It looks like it. Oh my God. It looks so good. So, oh, it looks so good. I feel like I'm going to be eating on this for like 2-3 days. I'm learning to eat things after I make it. I was a little sick, so I still got a little cough. I had a little sinus infection, but I'm learning that when I make things, also that I am going to eat it the day after. I'm not just gonna make it and not eat it. So I'm gonna taste it. Oh my God, that tastes really good. It needs some seasoning though. So we're gonna add some seasoning. We're gonna add some pepper, because we love pepper. A little pepper grater. Okay, we're gonna do pepper. We're gonna do an Italian seasoning that has sage, thyme, all of that I got from my favorite Sam's Club. And then we're gonna add some Cajun seasoning into it, because this is supposed to be spicy. So spice is what we're gonna get. I'm gonna put, I think, a little paprika in it just to give it that extra tang. So a little bit of paprika. So this is when I start making the recipe my own, which I'm always gonna do, because like you have to just do it. And you want the sauce. The sauce is giving. I made a lot of sauce, y'all. It's really giving. I made a lot of sauce. So, but we're gonna mix it up. We're going to let it simmer. So while that is doing this thing and simmering, we are supposed to be dinner pepper and a tiny bit of garlic, chili, pasta, grated, and then we're supposed to be adding the grated Parmesan cheese. It smells so good up in here. So the Parmesan cheese we have here in our bowl that we already grated. So I'm going to add it. You can never have enough cheese. So we're going to add that. I'm going to leave this bowl in here because I'm going to, oh, we didn't even put the dang on roll. We forgot the rosemary, y'all. Oh my God, talking. We're going to edit it a little later on and see. It's not fresh rosemary, so we could just add it now, child. It won't do nothing. Let me see how you just make the recipe your own. Because I'm definitely. So we're going to turn this down because we don't want that cheese to burn. But, ooh. And then it says we're going to add a little bit of the pasta. I'm flinging stuff on me, y'all. We're going to add a little bit of the pasta water to it too. So we're going to add that. So we're going to let that simmer. We're going to let it cook, everything cook. And then when we come back, we're going to have a finished product. We're going to strain, we're gonna boil our noodles, and we're gonna plate it, and we're gonna eat it, and we're gonna try it, because spicy rigatoni is what we're gonna eat. So I will see you when we come back in a minute, and the food is gonna be ready. I'm so excited. Bye. We back, y'all, and it's a finished product. Oh my God, it smells and looks amazing. We're gonna plate it. And yeah, I'll show you once we plate it and we eat it. Woo! Happy New Year, one of my favorite movies. Giving a friendship down.
Yeah, alright, I'm with that. Alright, bro.
Is it good, baby?
So good. The sauce is amazing.
Thank you. Alright, guys. Thank you for joining. Like, comment, and subscribe. We're out of here. Say bye, baby.
Bye, guys. Love you guys.